Undead Chronic is getting all fucked up. So let's do a little bit of snow streaming cam. Because why not? It's fun. Someplace here, well, in Missouri, it's not snowing, but it's going to snow like Thursday and Friday. And, of course, south of here, Alabama, Missouri, or Mississippi, Florida, Georgia. Probably not going to snow. But somebody said in northern Florida, northwest Florida, up in the Panhandle, it's going to get down to like 10 degrees or something. I mean, that's crazy. I talked to a guy earlier today who is in Dallas-Fort Worth, and they said it's going to be 5 or 10 degrees this weekend. So that's pretty fucking cold for Texas and Florida, for sure. Mr. Hemi 4-Speed, hello. How do you like the snow? Isn't it purty? It gets you in that Christmas spirit, yo. International Wolf Center, by the way. This is in Ely, Minnesota. That's up there in Minnesota. Yeah. Easter Sunday. Yeah. Hey, Easter. Mile High Ronin. Fellas. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Mouth Agape is in the building. Hello. Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, Midnight Runner 04. Hello. So, me and this fat dog. You're in Texas. Hey, brother. I talked to a guy I work with at the company who lives in Dallas. It's going to get really friggin' cold. I know you're a Canadian, Hemi. Is it snowing up there? You were shoveling, what, yesterday or earlier today? For our friends down in Texas, they never see this kind of thing. Cubing Speed is here. Hello. Got a Rubik's Cube. How's it going, man? Yeah, fat dog. I understand it's going to get like 5 to 10 degrees in Dallas Thursday and Friday. That's fucking cold. Greetings, Squire Telecaster. Hamsters scoring the riffage. Let's see. I have a Telecaster. It's a Fender Tele, Mexican Tele. Nice guitar. Really nice. I had a Strat too. Strats are okay. I like the Tele better. I don't know. It feels more chunky. Dr. Hamster is in the building. Brandon Trueblood. Do you know what gives you Christmas? MGTOW balls. Yes. If you have MGTOW balls, you're in the Christmas spirit. Make sense again, America. Where'd you go? All right. There you go. Fucking hate the cold. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think what I'm going to do with the car because Mr. Hemi can probably vouch for this. When I was in the northern area, the Dakotas and Minnesota, a lot of cars would have a heater on the car, so you'd plug the car in. So when it got really effing cold, you had a heater in the engine block that would keep the car relatively warm. I don't have that here, and I'm wondering. I have a garage thing, but there's really no heat in there. So I guess we're going to have to see it. David Graham is here. Hello, David. Merry Christmas to you and everyone else. What links are you putting into the thing? Mouth Agape says -10 block heaters. Yeah. You go down to Texas, by the way. Fat dog. When I went to Texas, and it's like, what's that thing on your car? I said, well, what you mean, my thing? It's like, there's a plug there. What do you do with that? It's like, y'all never been north, have you? Iridium Kush is in the building. Toke it up, bro. Toke it up. Block heater, oil heater, tank heater. Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah. I used to, you have to, when it gets down to 20, 25, 30 below zero, Fahrenheit or Celsius, doesn't matter. It's fucking cold. And so if you want your car to start, you got to plug it in. You plug it in. That's all there is to that. What did Brandon say that's so fantastic? He never says anything interesting. What the hell? Where is he? Big Towel Bells. Gotcha. Big Towel Outlaw. What the fuck is going on here? I don't know. We just got off a stream with Chronic, and I thought, what the hell? We're going to look at some snow. Because I like snow. We don't get nearly this kind of snow. This is Ely, Minnesota. So that's about 2/3 of the way north. It's probably 2 or 3 hours away from Minneapolis. So been there. You're right, Hamster. I forgot to toke during Chronic stream. So long. Screw St. Louis. SE was also on Chronic stream, so it was kind of an impromptu drunk stream. That was kind of fun. Chronic doesn't get drunk all that often, but boy, he lights it up when he gets going, you know. I have, in case anyone is interested, I've got Jose Cuervo Especial, made with blue agave gold tequila from Jalisco, Mexico. So it's pretty good. I like tequila. I don't drink it often. It's really probably one of the only hard liquors that I actually enjoy. Kind of tastes good. There's that Jose Cuervo taste to it. Yeah, you guys know. Yeah, Kush, I saw you had a live stream. I was doing mine when you were doing yours, and then Chronic was doing one, and we went over there. Angels envy for me. Okay. So should we... Ooh, Kush. I've tried different tequila. I saw this thing. There was this documentary on tequila that a lot of tequila is actually not tequila anymore. It's basically vodka, vodka flavored or tequila flavored vodka. Because the problem is that the agave plants, the big, like they're big yucca plants, they take a long time to grow. And apparently the market for tequila in the United States is so strong that a lot of the agave plants don't have the time to regrow, that kind of thing. Play this video. Okay. Well, SCE says play a video. We're gonna play a video. All right, hold on. Let me hide you. Let's see if I can find it. Is it another hamster video? I don't know why this is being such a bitch here. I have no idea. All right. Hey, Coach.
Hey, what's up, hamster?
Same old shit. How are you? Merry Christmas.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. My last day of work off. I got to be work for 3 days this week, and then I got 4-day weekend for Christmas. But this is about the amount of snow we got right now. Maybe just a little bit less.
Now, do you reveal where you're at? I can't remember.
I'm in Western Massachusetts.
New England. Massachusetts. Okay, yeah. Yep, New England. All right.
Yeah. So
lovely place.
It's nice because I'm enough in the country that I'm away from New York City or Boston or anything. I'm about as far away from Boston as possible, which is great.
Yep. Oh, I hear you. Yep. Yeah, I was just looking at the map the other day. I didn't realize Massachusetts actually is very long.
Yeah.
it goes west.
3 hours from end to end.
Oh, it's 3 hours. Yeah. Because me and Johnny blasted through on our motorcycle trip up to Maine and New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island and stuff. And it didn't seem like it took that long, but we went through New York. New York's a really big state. But where you're at, that's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, we're right near the Green Mountains, Adirondack.
Oh,
yeah. Area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
No, it's
here.
beautiful.
Yeah. But
the
winters can be not so fun sometimes, but we've had it pretty easy this year so far.
Let's get in Brandon. Hello.
Hey, Brandon.
Are you on the road? You going to talk, Brandon, or what?
Brandon?
Yo. He's sleeping in his truck, I guess. We'll just have to wait for him.
I guess so.
But yeah, I mean, Vermont, Massachusetts, northern New York, the Finger Lakes area up there. Pennsylvania. Yeah. I was talking to somebody in Pennsylvania today. Pennsylvania, I love Pennsylvania. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You go up in the northern part of Pennsylvania, it's just lovely.
Oh, yeah, like Allentown, north of all those areas around there. That's all really nice area around there.
The old man used to live in the Poconos. I can't remember the name of the city, but there's this tiny little town. He's out at the mountains. We're there like Christmas. It's kind of misty and fall. It was fucking awesome. I love it. It's fantastic.
Oh, you'd love it here. It's been cloudy in the 30s with snow. Absolutely miserable. You'd love the weather here now.
Oh, I love miserable weather. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Oh no, it's been thoroughly miserable. It's supposed to get up to 50s, melt everything, rain the whole day. It'd be foggy and nasty. Oh yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, we were talking about because obviously what we get here, you get about a day later or so.
Yeah.
It's going to be single digit type weather by Friday. That's fucking cold in Missouri. That's cold.
Oh yeah,
So,
in Missouri, yeah. We don't get a lot of that here because of the Gulf Stream, so
mhm.
it keeps some of that. But we will get like a week or so where we'll get like into the minus, like below zeros. Everybody freaks out, but you get a lot of people with pipes frozen and stuff like that. Um, but
Yeah.
I luckily don't have that problem in my house because there's heat in the basement all the time. So. Um, but
Yeah, well, in the north, we're kind of prepared for that. But I mean, a couple of years ago down in Texas, they one of the guys I met up with Mr. Elite, and Bridges Don't Fly was there as well. And the people in Texas, they don't understand this, right? It just doesn't happen very often.
no,
And
no,
what they do in Texas is they put the water pipes in the walls, right? Where here we have it in the basement and then it comes up and it goes where it needs to be. But the walls are, insulated, but they're not heated, right? And so when it got down to, 10 degrees or 20 degrees or whatever it was, there were literally hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage because all the pipes bursts. They
yep,
burst everywhere. Yeah.
yep. That happened to my grandparents in Florida many years ago
Oh,
when they
yeah.
were still
Yeah.
alive. They had they live in like and they lived in like one one of those pre-built homes down there in Florida, and it's exactly as you described. All piping's in the walls,
Yep.
and they had a rare instance of like a few degree days where it was in the upper 20s, and it just like it froze all pipes in their house. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Huge mess, and like a whole neighborhood got hit
Just
by that.
whacked.
Yep.
Yeah. So Golden Elizer, hey, Merry Christmas. Good to see you. Brandon,
Hey,
are you
can
going
you
to talk
guys
or what?
Hey,
can you guys hear me now?
yes.
Oh, we can, yes.
Oh, good. Yeah, I guess I had the settings on my stuff wrong, but
You sound tired, bro. You've been driving
Yeah,
again
it
today?
sounded like a little. It sounded
no,
a little.
I've got the flu, unfortunately.
Ugh.
Oh, you got the coof?
Oh yeah, I've got gynosyphilades in my throat.
Jesus. Hey, SCE, if you want to call in, please do. That'd be fun. Mr. Elite changed his
Hey,
name
Hamster.
again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, what?
I made a Christmas video, and both you and Kush are in there. You're in the
Oh, really?
song. Yeah.
Oh, is that what everybody
Did
was
you make
linking
did
to
you
me?
post
Okay.
a recent video?
Let's see. Let me throw the link in the private chat.
Oh, you can just share it too if you want to.
Yeah.
You can do that. Zombro is here. Hello, Zombro.
Hey, Eric.
I've got YouTube
Merry Christmas.
turned off, so we don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Howdy,
Oh, here's
gents.
the link. Okay. Hey, Zombro, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
It's gonna get cold in fucking Oklahoma too, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I walk around in shorts, and these people look at me like I'm insane.
Oh, I know. Yeah, when I used to go to Florida in like January, it was like I don't know, 55 or something, 60 degrees. I'd be walking around with shorts, and my grandmother would be, "Oh my God, you're gonna freeze to death." So what are you talking about?
They
it's
bundle
40
up
below
here
zero.
when it's in the 40s. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like that anymore.
Well, you're from New York, so.
Oh, you're from Jersey.
So,
You can handle the cold just as much as I can.
Oh, it never got as cold as it does in the like Chicago and Minnesota.
Oh no,
that's fucking
no,
that's
no.
real cold.
That's cold.
Oh, Chicago's terrible. Oh God,
that's cold.
I mean, you're cold when you go to Chicago. It's pretty brutal.
Polska goes walking to Subway at like 10 degrees. He's insane.
Oh yeah,
Remember that
it's
last
nothing.
winter?
Well, I mean, the thing is though, when it's 20, 25 below zero for a few weeks, 10 above feels warm.
Yeah,
It's really
exactly.
true.
You got to play this
All right,
video, Hamster. It's hilarious.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to try to pull it up here. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Is it copyright friendly or not?
Oh, yeah.
No.
So where's Brandon at today?
It's loading.
I'm in Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm very close to Nashville.
And you got to be streaming tomorrow morning?
I don't know. I've been sort of stuck here for the last. I got this flu, and then I got fucking pink eye.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my
pink
God.
eye.
Well, once I get the pink eye
that's not good.
fixed, it'll. Yeah, I've got these fucking drops now, and hopefully that'll get fixed. Because I can't fucking see enough to drive.
I was gonna say, can you drive doing that?
No.
Yeah, I would think that that'd be difficult. Yeah, because your eyes would be. Do they water? Is that what happens?
Well, it waters, and
And that avatar is not intentional, by the way. That's just my eye color.
Oh, green-eyed baby. How you doing? All right, let me see if I can find that. Jesus, you are chunky there, man. Oh.
Well, thank you.
What am I sharing? Okay, here's the video you put together. I see there's a hamster there.
Yeah, I did the singing, and Outlaw did the illustrations.
All right, well let's enjoy the work here. Can you hear it? Here we go.
Dashing dreams of hoes, going our own way. Over since we go, laughing all the way, refusing to give ring, closing wallets tight. Oh, what fun it is to sing a MGTOW song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, hamster smells, never can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squeal, whiskey squirrels his nuts away. Ooh. Jingle bells, hamster smells, hammer can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squeal, whiskey squirrels his nuts away. Smashing pickup bros, MGTOW smurfs his way. Chronic knocks cuts low, poppin' Blake aren't gay. Morals are a thing, ethics are quite right. Oh, what fun it is to sing a MGTOW song tonight. Oh! Jingle bells, hamster smells, hammer can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squirrel, whiskey squirrels his nuts away. Ooh. Jingle bells, hamster smells, hammer can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squirrel, whiskey squirrels his nuts away. Hermit's lava flow. Venus has you say, Shinobi probe snow. Kush ain't smoking hay. Whoa, principles aren't bling. Values worth a fight. Oh, what fun it is to sing a MGTOW song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, hamster smells, hammer can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squeal, whiskey squirrels his nuts away. Hey, jingle bells, hamster smells, hammer can't find any eggs. RPM's appeal makes thoughts squeal, whiskey squirrels his nuts away.
Oh, that's funny.
Very good. Very, very good. That's funny. I'm glad you shared that. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outlaw did a great job. Outlaw really kicked ass on that.
So Outlaw who put that together?
Outlaw put that together?
Yeah. I wrote it, and unfortunately I sang it with the flu, but Outlaw did the illustration.
Hardly tell. I mean, it sounded great. It sounded great. Yeah.
Oh, it sounded pretty good.
It sounded good. Yeah.
I just decided to go ska with it because I couldn't fucking sing with the tune.
To sing along. Well, have you heard my Christmas song?
No, I haven't.
Oh. Let's see if you guys. I'll send you guys.
We were
some
hoping
links.
you'd share that with us.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I get to
Okay.
my channel, and I'll put that in a super
Sure.
chat. I'll put that in a private chat. 1 second.
I'm waiting right here.
Be
Yes.
patient. Just spinning the wheel.
Hey,
for a couple
Zombro, you gonna sing a Christmas song here this year? I mean, everybody else is, you know.
Oh, good Lord, no. Last person you want singing is me.
Really? Why?
Where is it? Where is
Oh,
it?
please. I
There it
have zero talent.
Oh, stop. Most people have a lot more talent than they believe they do. Actually, that's true.
Actually, I
All
think
right,
you did see this, Hamster, but I'll post it. And
Fat Dog is here. Hello, Fat.
Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, dog.
How are you? What's going on?
We're just getting ready for the first round of winter weather down here.
I know. I've told you. Well, you're in Dallas area, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to get fucking cold, like 10 degrees or something.
Yeah, Twitter's been going crazy with the National Weather Service this last week.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my
with
God, we're all going to
with-
freeze to death and die. Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
it was
hear
first it was tornadoes last week, and then now they're talking about freezing weather this weekend. So, what fun!
you. Oh, really? Okay. Let's see. Where am I sharing? Okay, let's go here. You got any plans, Dog, for Christmas? Just going to hang out, or what are you
Just
doing?
hang out. I'll be sitting right here doing my thing.
Mhm.
So, Fat Dog, is that who it is? I don't think we've met.
How you doing? My name's Fat Dog. Don't have a channel. I'm just hanging out in the Big Toe forums.
You don't have a channel? I thought you had a channel.
No, I don't.
Damn it.
No, my name's Iridium Kush. Nice to meet you.
Iridium
I'm-
probably took some dubage. I'm just could be.
It can be a distinct possibility.
It's definitely not hay, Hamster.
It's not alfalfa.
Well, it's as I always say. It's only 3 times in my life: morning, noon, and night.
Okay, well, you're in good shape then.
Yeah.
All right. So is it can you buy it in mass or not?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can buy it
Oh,
like
yeah.
liquor. Like liquor. It's no harder than
Oh, really?
buying
Okay.
liquor. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is your friend Iridium. Why don't you sing a little Christmas carol? It's holiday season. It's an old classic of mine, and I thought I would recite it here for all of you. I'm going to do this a little a cappella,
Okay.
off the cuff. So if it sounds a little weird, just don't worry. You'll get the point. You'll get the point. This is the first go Here we around go. too.
Okay. Here we go.
Girl, I got something real important to give you. So just sit down and listen. Girl, you know we've been together such a long, long time. And now I'm ready to lay it on the line. Wow, it's Christmas and my heart is open wide. Gonna give you something so you know what's on my mind. On my mind. A gift real special. So take off the top. Take a look inside. It's my dick in a box. It's in a box.
Oh man. I need to get that too.
Not gonna get you a diamond ring. That sort of gift don't mean anything.
Wait, I can do this.
Not
anyway.
gonna get you a fancy car. Girl, you gotta know you're my shining star. Not gonna get you a house on the hills. A girl like you needs something real. Wanna get you something from down in the heart. Something special, girl. It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, babe. It's my dick in a box, girl. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs giving, girl. And I got just the one. Something to show you that
Can't even think of
I'm
the
second
fucking
to
chorus
none.
anymore.
To all the fellas out there, the ladies to impress, it's real easy to do. Just follow these steps. 1, cut a hole in the box. 2, put your junk in the box. 3, make her open the box. And that's the way you do it.
Hey.
Christmas, dick in the box. Hanukkah, dick in the box.
In the box.
Kwanzaa,
Dick in the box.
Every single thing. holiday, a dick in the box.
Let me guess, Kush, were you baked during this presentation?
That was part of it. It's a very interesting. Because I interviewed with this woman who appeared on Fresh and Fit. She's a former model, but she's trying to understand MGTOW. So I decided to be a guinea pig on her platform. And she's this Latina woman. Her name's Better. Her YouTube handle is Better Biatches. And I appeared in the stream. I could send you the link to it if you're curious. But
Better Biatches.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking it up now?
Oh, we could probably look it up too.
It's spelled B. I can get it here for you.
Well, I can do that. Sure. We're on the stream.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah, my computer's being a bitch. That's all right. It just takes a while.
I am putting it in.
It's old and tired. What are you gonna do?
Like us.
Let's see. Better Beyond.
I posted the link to the interview.
Better. Oh, it's in the thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
Oh. International Wolf Center, North Camera, powered by Explorer.org. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right.
That is cool.
Let's see if I can find the fucking thing. Let me get to the private chat.
Have you been drinking?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have been.
Well, good.
Okay. Well, I got some tequila. So
you got yeah.
I normally don't drink tequila.
What kind of tequila you go with, Hamster? What brand?
I just got the Jose Cuervo. I mean, it's
oh God,
you know.
Oh.
Let's see here. Yeah, I see you here. Hold on. Let me share this. Jose, I know. Hey, Fat Dog knows Jose Cuervo. You are a friend of mine.
Ugh.
With a little salt and lime. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
What is that pounding on the
next
keyboard?
To me at a bar, ordered a shot of that a couple months ago. It almost made me throw up just smelling it.
Jose Cuervo.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you've been inebriated by Jose, that's Jose's a bitch. She's probably a girl, actually. All right. Well, let's see what we have here. Sorry, the computer's just being a bitch. Yeah.
There's such a dramatic difference in a child's life and their outcome in life. Adults, that it's in an era where so many in the past that you have the adult children now that are reacting to these situations, and that's something really, really interesting that we should all be watching, because you have kids that have lived through this and that are saying, like, why did you keep me away from my dad? And that's something we've never had that narrative before. So it's gonna be interesting.
Well, the problem is that you're making these because I was raised in a nuclear family with a father, so my father taught me things that my mother can't teach me.
What's a nuclear family?
So a nuclear family is traditional: mother, father, kids. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until we were old enough to basically not throw matches at the curtains and burn the house down. Basically, once I specifically, because I'm the older son, once I was old enough to understand how not to burn the house down, she started working again to bring in additional supplemental income. But no, and when we were young, when we were in our youngest years, my mom was a traditional stay-at-home mom.
Okay. All right.
And she took care of us. When he was at work, and if we weren't at school, we were under her duress and under her care.
Yep. But there's something to be said about having that stability.
Yeah. Both the parents weren't working. We weren't at a daycare center. We were being schooled. If we weren't being schooled in elementary school, we were being schooled by my mother.
Damn.
By various things. It was my mother. It was my mother.
So it was like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't just my dad who taught me things. My mother, I was very, very close to my mother. It was my mother who taught me fundamentally important things about my life. But she was a good mother. I mean, she was a proper type of mother. She understood the importance of having the father in the household too, and that when she knew when she had to step back, and the father had to take over and kick my ass or whatever, to get my ass back in line, because she, because you understand that when if you don't do that to me when I'm 10 years old, what happens when I'm 17?
That's where I think fathers come in handy in a lot of ways. Is that sometimes you just gotta take them out to the woodshed.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's no other child. You got to just take them out and tell them what's what. That's the way
you just got to shake them. You just say,
Yep.
You don't have to beat them to death. You don't have to beat the shit out of them.
No.
It's like, hey, come here, son. You got to have a chat. Here's the way this is going to work, and you can do whatever you want when you're 18, but right now you're going to do what I want.
Yes,
I am the boss.
Yes,
that's it.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We've survived. We
Yeah, I think we turned out okay.
I think we did. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Eric, I saw your note in the private chat. I made a response to that as well. Just so you know.
No, I saw.
Yeah. Believe me when I tell you, I do not take that lightly.
I mean, I'm gonna have to rename this stream to the Iridium Kush stream.
No, but I did that Christmas song I did before this stream. So guys are commenting in that stream all about, like, did you give her a box and everything? And oh my God. there were a few times when I just almost lost it. And I stayed cammed up the whole time. But that was pretty funny. You guys hear me okay? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. We can hear you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is this over by you, Hamster?
No, this
that's
is in
my
Texas.
weather.
This south
That's
of
me.
you there in Texas.
Yeah, that's me down here at DFW. That's
how in the hell did this share automatically? That's nice.
I put it up, shared it the screen.
Oh,
okay.
I
can see the cities behind where little Hamster has a hammer and a Christmas hat. Okay.
Yeah, it's Dallas Fort Worth. You got
Dallas
Waco,
Fort Worth.
Cisco, Palestine over here. Paris,
Oh, it's
Texas.
Hammerhand. Oh, I couldn't tell who that was.
That's Hammer. Yeah,
that's Hammer up in the corner that he's got his logo.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably going to be cold down here too.
Hamster graduated to the paid streaming.
He did.
No, aren't because I don't see their promo stuff. So aren't you?
Oh, no, you can just do that. That's easy enough. Yeah, you can just change the banner and all that.
Got to figure out how to remove those.
Yeah, you can. It's under the banner or the brand thing on the right side. Well, you don't stream anyway, so.
Well, I've been kicking the ideal around.
True Blood's going to bed. Hey, good night, sir. Merry Christmas, and be well. Get over the coof.
Rusty's here.
Rusty Rivers is in the building. You can call in, sir, if you want to. Let's see if I can find the Linky Poo.
Yeah, Rusty, call in.
Yeah.
Hamster, if you want, I'll jump out.
No. We have plenty of room. Don't worry about it. I pay the extra premium there, Zombro. It's always good to have you on. So,
I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah,
I bump into channels.
Yeah, what
will
is
have a dozen people on the stream.
I think I have the same thing you do, Hamster. What's the max people? I forget.
If you pay like $10 a month or whatever, you can get up to 10.
That's what I have. Yeah.
But if you want it for free, fat, you can get it for free, and it's like 6 people total.
Yeah, okay. I've got the free one that I use, and I have it pointed at YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Ojit 1917 says, no global warming. How disappointing. Well, this is apparently some really nasty ass freaking cold front coming in. So this is an unusual event. So, all right, Rusty, come on in, baby.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
What's up, Rusty?
What are you doing?
Well, I've been sitting in the marina parking lot for about 2 hours with this damn rain and storm. And then as soon as it slacked off a little bit, I ran to my buddy's boat and jumped in. And the boat is rocking like crazy. This is a little small 38-foot sailboat, and I'm in it, and she's a rocking.
Where you at, Rusty? Mississippi? Is that where it was?
Yeah, I'm in a town called Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. It's right next to New Orleans.
Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah. So you have a camera? You can show us the water? Can you see anything, or is it just all dark?
Well, hold on a second. Let me.
I'll put you up on your full screen so we can
open up the hatch.
Hold on. There we go. Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think we're frozen.
I think
we lost him. I think we lost his.
No, he's still there, I think.
No, he's still here.
Still there, but it's not streaming to StreamYard.
SCE says he's going to bed. Well, for God's sake, SCE, come on the stream one of these days. It's always good to talk to you. So good night.
I've spoken to SCE recently.
Oh, we were just on the Chronic stream.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking. Yep.
So it's very rare for me and SCE to get together on a stream, but maybe he'll come on more often when he has time. That'd be good.
Yeah, because I hopped on Chronic's stream after I finished mine, and so I was on yours for a while, and then I've been on the Discord with Good Mother for a little bit too. Oh man, my eyes are showing it, aren't they?
Well, yeah, there you go.
Usually they don't. They usually doesn't show them that bad.
You are baked.
Oh yeah, I'm a little baked.
You're baked like a cake, baby. There's nothing wrong with that.
Keeps me from killing people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
That's good.
That is a positive thing. We don't want any of that sort of thing. So Rusty fell off the stream. So.
Allegedly, of course.
Yeah. Of course. Rusty fell off the stream.
Yeah.
But like this, because you don't get this kind of stuff down in New Orleans.
I think Rusty's in Mississippi.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought he was in Mississippi, but not too far from New Orleans.
Not too far from New Orleans. Yeah.
No, I love going down there.
There's our snow again, because. Yeah. Oh, move that. Oh, jeez. I'm stupid. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, there's Rusty. He's back. Go ahead. Hey.
Yeah, I literally fell.
Oh, jeez.
It was
fell
wet.
in the water?
No, I fell on the deck.
Good Lord. Are you all right? You didn't get hurt, though.
Oh, yeah.
You did. Oh, my God. Well, take care of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Have a drink or something. Chill out.
Oh, I'm already working on my 6-pack here.
I've been working on my 6-pack all day.
So did you not work today, Hamster?
I did half a day.
Half a day.
I mean,
Hamster, are you still working from home?
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to. We'll have to go in the office here next. First of next year. But for now, it's just from home. Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, you still have to work from home?
No, we don't have to. But they're allowing us.
Gotcha.
I like it. I mean, you can't see here, but I got the computer and I got a big TV and all that shit. And it's, I have my coffee over here. And then when it gets to be about 9 in the morning, I can, get some beer. And
yeah, you got quite nice. You got a nice setup. I've seen it a few times when you've allowed your stream to be filming yourself. Or your hands. When you allow it to film your hands, I should say.
The hands, yes. Exactly.
Oh, I know this is just a burner computer I'm on here in my living room, but I have a pretty elaborate setup with a gaming PC in my computer office. So
Yeah, I got to get mine back up and running. My gaming PC. I have a nice Alienware.
Well, I mean, I have the company PC that they give you, but I have another laptop from my own private laptop. Then I got this laptop, which we're talking on right now, which is older than most children these days. It's an old one, but it's a good one. It works.
Yeah,
a little slow once in a while. It gets hot.
Yeah, I got this burner one. I got the gaming one, and I got my work one too.
I got you all beat. I got one from 1998 that I have all my chess programs on. All my chess training.
Does that thing run modern?
I don't run modern stuff on it. I just run the programs on it because it's Windows XP, so Windows 98 and XP, so it works great.
Yep. Oh, I think Rusty is smoking a doobie here.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I guess. Add the stream. Oh, he dropped out again. All right.
Is that
no, he's right there.
Bad weather.
Toke it up, bro. Toke it up. Coors beer from Colorado. Front Range. Hey, baby.
I've got some of those in the fridge.
Coors regular banquet isn't too bad.
Yeah,
I don't mind. I have a.
That's what I got. Coors Banquet.
Oh, that was one beer I could never drink. Is Coors. Oh,
that was the beer I grew up on, man.
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
Dad and family drink that all the time.
Well, that was the beer that I'm sure you remember, Fat Dog. You couldn't get it in certain states. That's why Eastbound and Down, the movie.
You couldn't get it in Dallas, but you could get it in Lubbock.
Wasn't that?
Was that right?
Smokey and the Bandit made a movie on that, right?
Smokey and the Bandit. That's right.
Yeah, they had a limited distribution radius.
They couldn't get Coors in Georgia, and they were going there for the wedding or something.
Yeah,
Feminism debunked is in the building.
500-mile radius.
Yeah, but you can get it everywhere now. But I mean, it's still not bad. You know, Coors Banquet's not terrible. Even Coors Light isn't too bad, but you don't want to drink a lot of them.
Hideous. Oh God.
Oh, come on now. It's not that
Oh God. Ugh.
I used to drink Coors Light all the time.
Now, Coors Light, I don't like it. It's almost like drinking Bud Light to me. If you're going to be drinking Bud Light or Coors Light, might as well just be drinking water.
Well, yeah, but the water in Coors Light is from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So they say.
That's what they tell us.
One thing I like from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado these days.
Kush?
Yes.
It's also very legal in Colorado. I'm sure you know that.
Oh yeah, the first time I started smoking again since I had in college was in Colorado.
Oh really? You didn't smoke for a while, and then you came back? Okay.
Yeah, I came back to it. When we first started making, one of our pieces of equipment is used for processing cannabis, and that's when I first, it was Colorado because that was one of the first states where it went legal. And I'm like, well, I'm in Rome. I might as well do as the Romans do. Well, the other thing you don't understand is that I got it. Not only had I not smoked in like 20 years, but that's the Mile High City. So it's at altitude. So when I smoked it, I was, my God, did I get fucked up? Oh my God. I mean, I got scary high. That was like that I've never had anything like that before, ever, like that. That was just off the freaking charts. I was really like laying down on the bed for dear life, just like, oh my God, please stop.
Yeah.
Hamster, you lived out there, right?
Oh yeah.
Did it take you a while to acclimate to when you first moved there?
Oh yes, yeah. You really have to be careful.
Oh yeah,
especially with alcohol, because that'll fuck you up. I mean, if you're down at sea level in Florida or Louisiana or whatever, you can maybe drink, a 6-pack and be fine. You get up in the you get in the altitude, forget about it. You're done. 6-pack, you're falling over. Yeah.
No, same thing. That joint. Oh my God. I mean, that was crazy. And the same thing. I was crossfaded too because I still drank then. So the same thing. I had the beer and the joint.
Ooh.
I was just beyond messed up.
It was probably the beer that actually got you, to be honest.
Probably
the alcohol just really gets you.
Yeah, it does.
I just wondered, Does Colorado still have a deal with drug dealers like California does?
Which is
I don't know.
In California, the majority of the people are buying their pot from drug dealers because it's untaxed.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it's much cheaper than the legal stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a big problem.
Well, I think Undead Chronic actually. We used to both be in Colorado. I don't know where he is now, but he was there doing his Kush thing, right? So I don't know if he's gonna make a plant there in Colorado and sell the stuff or not. But
because I sold my cabin in Colorado 10 years ago and have not been back in the state since then.
Well, it's changed a lot, Fat Dog.
I bet it has.
Feminism Debunked is in the building. Hello, Feminism. What's up?
Used to go for rides down the valley where the cabin was, and it was nothing but grain fields for Coors.
From Australia, Feminism Debunked. Hello, sir.
Hey, Feminism Debunked. I don't think I've met you.
Oh, he's in the belly of the beast.
He's down there in Australia where it's summertime, which is weird.
That's weird.
These
Yeah.
Southern Hemisphere guys, what are you gonna do? How are things, sir? What's up?
Christmas in the middle of summer.
Yeah, that's true. I think summer will start next Wednesday in Australia.
Yeah,
officially.
Thanks. The
And
first day
winter
of
will
here is
start
next-
here.
Wednesday.
The next Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
Things
So
are going
we were
well.
doing,
It's been
on the
a
21st,
crazy
so-
week, though. We've had
Yeah. Go ahead.
Nope, he's
We
breaking.
must. Yeah, we must be. Try to chime in again, Feminism, because we can't hear you. But yeah,
Dropped out of the room.
we were doing some live streams from Australia and New Zealand last night. I think it was last night. So nice. I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand. Go down there and check it out. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I worked with a guy who was actually a Canadian guy who married an Australian woman, and they went to Australia like every Christmas, and he said it's fucking fantastic. And I can imagine it is. Yeah,
I imagine. Yeah.
Jeez. My niece used to travel back and forth between DFW and Australia, and she was flying on Qantas.
I mean, that's what is that, like a 17-hour flight or something?
Something
That's
like
crazy.
that. They were
like that,
flying
yeah.
the MD 380 between DFW and Sydney.
Jesus, like
Imagine
an Airbus
nonstop.
380.
Yeah,
well,
Airbus 380.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A trip like that, I would spring for the first class so you can stretch out.
I mean, what the hell? It's going to cost
she's
you thousands anyway. Who
She's
cares?
flying business class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
Yeah, like when I would go to Europe, I would always use my advantage miles to upgrade to business class on the long segment. I'm not going to sit in a plane for 6 to 10 hours if I'm going to sit in
Oh, it's the
in
same,
coach.
same for me at this point. I may be going to Japan maybe next in a year or so.
Yeah.
I would pay out of my own pocket for the first
Yeah.
class.
My problem is I'm 6'4" and my legs are so long that most airlines I can't sit in a seat without my knees being jammed in the back.
No, I
of
have
it.
the same problem. I have the same problem.
Well, I mean,
Um,
here's what happened to me is I went to Japan, and oddly enough, and this is maybe a little strange, it was a Boeing 767 is what it was.
All right.
And even in the back of the plane where where you put the cattle, it was still very comfortable. There wasn't much problem with that.
Well, 767s are nice. Yeah.
It's a big
Last time
wide
I went
body.
to
yeah.
Japan was on a 747. That shows how long it's been since I've been to Japan.
Holy shit, that has been a while.
Yeah,
And then on the way
Air-
back from Japan, it was the 787, the Boeing 787. Very, very wonderful plane. I loved it. It was great.
British Airlines
You know.
used to have a premium economy seat, which were just a little wider and a little bit longer. They weren't quite business class, but they were kind of an intermediate step. Which that was pretty
Well,
nice.
what I remember particularly, I think it was Japan Airlines or Nippon Airways or something.
Japan Airlines had
Out of,
their seat pitch was too narrow. I couldn't even sit in the seat.
Whatever this was, it was either Japan Airlines or All Nippon Airways or something. About the time we took off, the flight attendants were throwing food at us and beer and all kinds of stuff. It was great. And that was back in the back of the plane. That was just it wasn't first class. They were like, "Oh, you want a beer? You want some food?" Here's your lunch. Here's your snack. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they treat you
I'd
good.
go to Japan either on American or Singapore Airlines.
I think it was, it might have been Alaskan, but I'm not sure. But whatever it was, they were really nice. They were really friendly. It was a great flight both ways. It was fantastic. All right, feminism, go ahead.
Alaskan Airlines.
Hey, guys, I fixed the technical issue. How we doing?
Good.
How are you, feminism?
We can hear you now. How are you, man? Merry Christmas.
Beautiful. Been going well. There's been quite a bit of drama here in my hometown of Melbourne in the last week.
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, we had a soccer riot, the biggest ever soccer riot in the history of this country on Saturday night.
Really?
Get the fuck. Really?
Yeah.
In Australia?
It was crazy. Yep.
I mean,
why were they rioting
in the UK, but not
soccer?
Australia?
Yeah.
What happened was the New South Wales government thought it would be a good idea to buy the A-League Grand Final for $10 million, and then the people from Victoria didn't like it, so they went a little crazy at the soccer on Saturday night.
So,
I think you're going to have to translate for us there, feminism. What does that mean?
All right, so traditionally, whoever finished highest on the ladder got to host the grand final. But what the New South Wales government did was they paid the soccer league to always play the grand final in New South Wales. So the people outside of New South Wales did not like that. So there was quite a bit of mayhem at the soccer in retaliation for that decision.
But I mean, Australia wasn't in the finals, right? It was Morocco and someone else, wasn't it?
No, this was just our local comp. This was like a Melbourne derby.
Okay. This is Australian, inside Australia, not World Cup.
Yeah, not the World Cup,
gotcha.
just our the Australian League.
Okay.
Let me say a couple of hellos. William Stenchenhammer. Excuse me 1 second. William Stenchenhammer. God bless everyone. Happy holidays. Thank you very much for your support over the years. William, appreciate that. TNFS is in the building, also an Australian
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, TNFS, if you want to call in, we're here. We could talk, have a couple of Australians talking about cricket and koala bears and throwing shrimps on the bobby.
and our mutual hatred of Brittany Higgins.
Fosters.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys hear about
Brittany Higgins and... Go ahead.
Miss Grace Tame. Did you guys hear about Brittany? The government gave Brittany Higgins $3 million in compensation. And that was after her rape trial. Well, that's the $1 million question. It's absolutely bizarre. Her trial was thrown out of court. So she's never been found to be an actual victim of rape, but she's managed to sue the government. And the funny thing about it is she sued for a loss of earnings. She's actually made more money because of the rape allegation than what she was making before. They also got disability discrimination. No idea what the disability she's got is. But actually, it was a confidential settlement. So no one is allowed to know what it is. But she went into court for $3 million. So I think it's fair to say she got $3 million or maybe higher. And the negotiations lasted a whole 1 day.
So Brittany Higgins accused someone of rape. Is that correct?
Correct. What happened was she was like an advisor to the Prime Minister, and her and another advisor to the Prime Minister went out drinking. She was seen kissing this man in public. They both thought it would be a good idea to break the rules and go back to Parliament House drunk, to the point where Brittany Higgins could barely stand. She couldn't sign her own name in, so she got the guy to do it. She then claims that she was raped in Parliament House. He was sacked for breaching the rule of going back into Parliament House out of hours, but of course she wasn't.
Oh, of course not.
And then somehow she's managed to sue the government for not providing a safe workplace, even though she snuck into the workplace out of hours, drunk. That's the government's fault.
And what I love is there's no proof that she was raped. All she did was say she was raped. Is Correct. That what I'm oh my God.
And it actually gets worse than this. The Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, who's meant to be a right winger, apologized to her in Parliament, and then of course the simp Anthony Albanese, who was the opposition leader at the time, who is now the Prime Minister, also apologized to her in Parliament. This is before it even went to court.
So it's fair to say that Australia now is a gynocentric nightmare.
If you hate feminism, you do not want to move here, because
so what can I do to get a multi-million-dollar payout?
So can I ask a question? The man that she accused, is he like just done now? Like, is he just, you know?
Finished. He got sacked. He was an advisor.
I bet he got sacked. That's for sure. But like, is he defending himself? Did he say that this didn't happen, or is he just disappeared?
Correct. Yeah, no, he's defending himself. I think he's planning on suing most of the media, as well as the Prime Minister, as well as the opposition, because we've only really got two major parties here. The rest can't win. So both major political parties have apologized to Higgins. The number one TV, America's like the Academy Award in America is called the Logie Award. The Logie Award went to a woman who interviewed Brittany Higgins.
Oh God.
This is the biggest TV prize you can win. Went to a person who just interviewed Higgins, and then she made this long rambling speech about how inspirational Brittany Higgins was. It's just, Brittany Higgins in the media's
for being a strong and powerful woman, and
a strong and powerful woman who got blasted
fighting
with
the evil
alcohol
patriarchy.
and made an allegation.
Yeah, and Brittany Higgins also led the March for Justice, which was a massive protest against the patriarchy.
Yeah, with that mystical boogeyman that they all accuse.
And the taxpayers of Australia gave this woman $3 million.
Yep.
Nice.
So they've given last week alone, they gave $10 million to the soccer league, and they gave $3 million to Brittany Higgins.
When you say the soccer league, are you including men's and women, or just the men's for the?
This was just the men's.
Oh, okay.
But the women's is interesting too. What's happened here in Australia is nobody used to watch women's sport, and as a result, nobody wanted to. No professional teams wanted to have a women's team, and then the government started giving the professional women's teams massive grants. Like I'm talking $50 million for their stadiums. Up to between $50 and $100 million for a stadium, and then suddenly every club wanted a women's team.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're going to get 50 million, sure.
Yeah. And the other thing that's happens here is Foxtel gets paid by the government to televise women's sport. So women's sport's on TV non-stop, but it's only because the government is paying the TV networks to show it.
We have another Aussie on the stream. TNFS.
Well,
hello.
The one big thing that
ratings.
The one big thing that happened here in the U.S. recently was the WNBA trade that actually made the news.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner or whatever.
Yeah.
TNFS, how are you? Merry Christmas. Hello.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. Yeah, that whole story made.
Yeah, I think Russia Today said it the best. So Joe Biden traded a black lesbian drug addict for an arms dealer, and left a war hero in jail.
I mean, I disagree, obviously, with leaving the war hero in Russia.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we get an American citizen back, I'll take that. But geez, yeah, I hear you. We got another Australian in. Also, color me bad. Hello,
Australia night.
So what's your deal, TNFS? How are you, man? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
We're doing our thing. We're just chilling.
Yeah, that whole Britney
US
story made no sense at all. Like she had that dress that she was apparently raped in under her bed, and then 6 weeks later she wore it again to the trial, and I mean the whole story made no sense.
Sounds like a blue dress I've heard of.
Yeah.
In the past.
And well, the trial went ahead, and then someone came along with all this evidence, and so therefore the court hearing was corrupt. So therefore they threw it out of court. So obviously there was something in there that they didn't want to, prove that she was telling bullshit.
I think what happened was Higgins was about to leave, so a feminist has left some court documents out to get the court case called off. That's my take on what's happened, because she was losing that case badly.
Absolutely, because it made no sense. She was getting found out. I mean, this is what my show's all about, exposing these personality disordered women that make up false accusations and destroy your lives. Like, this guy's lost his job. I mean, and your reputation, you can't gain that back. I mean, you just pretty much tossed to the shit heap, basically.
Yeah. Well, look what happened to that other Australian guy who helped a female motorist. That guy had his wife left him. He lost his job. He lost everything.
Because the guy was the mechanic was trying to help her with the car.
The mechanic.
Yeah, these days you just drive on by and leave him on the side of the road.
Exactly.
So TNFS, you have a channel as well.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Did you like my little short clip I made of you the other week of the hamster and the wheel?
I probably didn't. Oh, it's the wheel one. Yes, I saw. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. Great. Well, you can drop it in the private chat. I'll put it on the public chat here if you have that.
It's there.
We'll try to get you famous, I guess. I don't know what your status is, but Color Me Triggered, also from Australia, but he is working, so doesn't have time to come in and talk to the hamster, the bastard from hell.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the private chat and you can see it. There's my link.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, maybe we'll play a video. Maybe we'll do the hamster wheel. That was fun. That was a good time.
No, I mean, my show is just all about personality disorder. I want to find guys in the manosphere that have been absolutely destroyed and how they've returned their life around from getting destroyed in the court system of false accusations to turning their life around and being happy again. And I can't seem to find guys on here that are just bitching about trying to get hot pussy.
Yeah, the pickup artists. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I'm about. I'd like to interview guys that have gotten destroyed and lost everything and come back from the dark times. And, yeah. So that's what I'm about. Basically, personality disorder, these bitches that just make up false accusations.
And it's actually the Brittany Higgins case isn't unique either. A lady by the name of Rochelle Miller was a political staffer. She had an affair with a politician, and she got a payout of $650,000 from the taxpayer. And this is after Alan Tudge was cleared of any wrongdoing, and today is still a politician. So he's still working as a politician. He's been cleared of any wrongdoing, and she gets $650,000.
That happens in the U.S. all the time, but it just doesn't make the news.
Well, it barely made the news here either, but Rochelle Miller is like one of the favorites of the feminist movement. Brittany Higgins and Grace Thames spoke on live national television at the National Press Club, and she was one of the people in the audience, and the crowd gave her a standing ovation. All the politicians were there, politicians from every party, all the journalists, standing ovation.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't me.
That must have been hamster.
But I cut the cheese. Sorry.
Which that was cheese or
wasn't there?
Okay, here we go. All right, Fat. That's why I kick you off the stream. What are you saying? I'm kidding, of course.
Hey,
I was trying to pull up the hamster
YouTube
video.
will take us down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're on,
hearing
that
stuff like
happens.
that's going on in Australia, it just solidifies what TFM and Chronic always say, that feminism can only survive in Western countries, in first world countries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
No way will they work in the third world country or the Middle East.
No.
Here's a video of me if you want to see me. This is there you go.
Dino testing here.
Whoops. Oops.
Hang on, you'll have
Just
to
can't
redo
pull
it
enough
again.
horsepower, can you?
Yeah,
Need a better
I've got
turbocharger.
I got a turbo, hamster turbo. Yeah,
Better double turbocharge it.
there we go. Sorry, guys. Go ahead. I apologize. Please.
Just a question for the hamster, actually. Do you use the other platforms like Rumble and BitChute?
Yeah, I think so. If I have to be completely honest, I don't know. I think I'm on BitChute, but don't really go there all that often, to be honest.
Because I've started to do it because I've been getting quite a few videos removed from YouTube. So I'm urging all my subscribers to watch me on Rumble and BitChute and these other sort of platforms because
Rumble and BitChute. Okay.
I want a heap of them, but they're the two main ones because
MGTOW TV.
My
MGTOW
videos
TV. Yep.
That never works for me. It always crashes. MGTOW TV.
I haven't tried it.
What is that? What's it called? MGTOW TV?
MGTOW.tv. It always crashes. I always have problems with it. I don't know if it's just
DNFS. Are you on with some of these alternative platforms, or where are you at?
I'm just on YouTube. I was on Rumble, but I never got anywhere on Rumble, and I think Odyssey, but I don't know. I never got any comments, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So, I mean, YouTube's basically silenced my channel, and I'm one of the lame and tame ones. I'm not one of the hardcore MGTOW guys out here. So,
I think you've got to stick with it, mate. You got to stick with it because they're gradually growing.
But I've been doing this for a number of years, so maybe I need to change my algorithm from Australia to US or something. I don't know.
I'll probably isn't going to help. It's probably even worse over here, to be honest.
I'll give you a bit of promotion on my channel. Hopefully that can get you going again.
Okay.
It's actually interesting.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No,
yeah,
please,
the thing that made me get onto these other platforms was there's a political YouTuber in Australia called Chad Theory. They were like big Brittany Higgins fans, and they were calling the guy accused repulsive and just like really getting into his lawyer, calling him the lawyer a misogynist. So I just played a couple of the quotes from them, and they actually reported me to YouTube and had a few of my videos removed. So I thought, all right, I'll stick them on the other platforms and see what happens. And they're still there. But interestingly enough, Chad Theory has since changed his tune and is now doing what I would call the very best commentary of the Brittany Higgins trial on YouTube and absolutely condemning the $3 million payment. But he started off as a big Higgins fan. And it was interesting. He actually did a live stream and they must have blocked 50 people because anyone who was saying anything negative about Brittany Higgins or Grace Tame, they would just block. But now they're actually saying the things that the people who they were blocking were saying. So they seem to have come around, although they haven't come around on Tame, only on Higgins. Because I think Higgins it's so overwhelming that she's a fraud and that she's ripping off the taxpayer and telling lies. You've got to be an absolute moron to not see it.
Well, as I said before, you got to look at the story. It made no sense, and the fact that the apparently victim had the clothes under her bed, and then she wore them again. It just boggles the mind. Like a real victim wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I think she was in a red dress, and like her
here we go.
legs were spread apart. I think when the accusations came out, I think she was in a red dress. If I remember correctly.
It's the most nonsensical story ever. The other good thing about it is it's Channel 10, which didn't used to be a woke feminist channel, has become the most woke feminist channel in Australia. And their number one show, the show that used to be a rating success, The Project, they became absolutely obsessed with Brittany Higgins and Grace Tame. And literally their ratings have more than halved since they became obsessed with Higgins and Tame. And they obviously have no respect for the public. They think the public is stupid because 4 panel members all decided to quit at exactly the same time, including the highest paid journalist in Australia, Lisa Wilkinson. She said that she'd quit because of the toxic attacks from other members of the right side of the media, which is, I did a video on this, is absolute nonsense. She was being attacked from the left, the right, and the center. It wasn't just the right, it was everybody. I reckon in the history of the world, there's never been a journalist who's received more critiques and more criticism and more mock and ridicule than what Lisa Wilkinson has because of her support of Brittany Higgins. And she's now off Australian television. She's not on Australian television anymore. And this was the highest paid journalist in the country. So the positive thing that's come out of this is the destruction of Channel 10 and the fact that Lisa Wilkinson is no longer on Australian television. So I guess there's always a silver lining in Lisa Wilkinson being kicked off TV. That for me is the silver lining here.
Well, she's a bloody nut job anyway, and the husband's not much better. He's worse. I mean, they're all woke.
Yeah.
And, well, the ABC's not too far behind them. And then you've got Channel 7, which is a male-bashing channel. The way that they bash men and bring down, I mean, basically, you know, men are basically animals and, you know, all these women are victims. I mean, that's what they all do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I saw the other week on Queensland Police Facebook, they, like November, you know, supporting men and all that. I was surprised they were doing that.
I'll tell you what the best example of how biased the Australian media is. There was 3 children that were violently stabbed to death by their mother in Tullamarine. She then committed suicide. The police found 4 dead bodies. The media all reported it. Sky News broke the story. And then they figured out it was actually the mother. So the media reported as fathers murdered 3 children and a mother. Sky News breaks the story. And then they figured out it was actually the mother. And Sky News to this day have never covered that story ever again. They were covering it when they thought the father was the murderer. When they figured out it was the mother, they just stopped covering it. And that's a right-wing channel. So I think it's a bit of a myth that feminism is just a left-wing thing. It is now definitely a right and a left-wing thing.
Oh, it's in everything. Yeah. Gotcha.
As Milo said, it's a cancer.
Yep.
It infects everything.
It started in the left and now it's spread to the right. But
yeah,
Milo,
it's terminal cancer. There's nothing about that.
The truest thing that Milo's ever said is that the only journalists left are politicians and journalists. The people in normal society know that it's what they know that the patriarchy is nonsense. The only believers in the patriarchy are literally politicians and journalists. They're the only ones who still believe in that nonsense.
Only for votes. And
But I think
that's all they do it for.
They're misguided though, because I think Morrison's a great example. Morrison thought that Scott Morrison set up a Prime Minister for Women, a Minister for Women's Economic Security, and a Women's Safety Task Force. He then lost the election. He didn't win over any of the feminist loonies with those stupid agencies. And then the government that took over, they closed down the Prime Minister for Women, they closed down the Minister for Women's Economic Security, and they stopped the Women's Safety Task Force. So
hey, gentlemen, I am going to drop out. I am about to pass out. So
take care, Kush. Good seeing you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Hamster. Nope, is Hamster there?
I think he stepped out.
Hey, Kush, we're going to be doing some live streams over Christmas. So if you want to come on and we'll do some stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be doing streams too. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be rating your streams. No,
cool.
I'm here.
All right.
I didn't drop out. I'm still running the show. Take care, man.
We gotta hook up for a game of chess, Kush.
Yeah, we'll do.
Take care.
Have a good night.
All right, Iridium. Take care, man. All right. Go on, Aussies. Take over the stream, you bitches.
Yeah, so
I'm just
Brittany
kidding.
Higgins. Brittany Higgins' new job is in women's leadership. She's working with an ex-prime minister in women's leadership.
And what's funny is like there's more women politicians now than ever. Like it's crazy.
Not just in politics either. There's more female doctors lawyers. So many of the top jobs are dominated by women, and they're still saying that it's a patriarchy and that the men have all the power. And it's anyone who takes, if you take 5 minutes and you look at the data, you can see very, very clearly women are not an underclass in Australia. If anything, it's the men who are the uneducated underclass. Most degrees are held by women in this country.
Same in the United States. It's I think it was up to 67% now is all women in college.
Yeah, and it's been that way for like over 30 years. It's since 1979.
For a long time, yeah.
You can't be an oppressed underclass when you hold the majority of the degrees.
Right.
You know, men make up the majority of the homeless. It just doesn't make any sense to say that women are an underclass. They're clearly not.
Yeah, men make up the majority of the homeless, and there are no shelters for them.
Oh, that's the other big thing that's happened here. We're going through a rental crisis here, which is pretty extraordinary when you consider the fact that Australia has more land per capita than any other country on the planet. We have a rental crisis. So we've got more homeless people than ever, and the feminists are turning this into a women's issue. So even though 70% of the homeless are men, the rental crisis is a women's issue.
Well, of course it is.
And the
I remember that article they did a while back, you know, how Sydney and Melbourne have become man deserts, and now it's a women's issue because women can't find men. Like, everything is becoming a women's issue. Like, no matter how you slant it, it's always a women's issue. Women most affected, as Raging Golden Eagle says.
Yeah, the big thing now they're saying is that the biggest problem that women face today is a shortage of economically viable men. That's the problem. The biggest problem that women have today.
There's the qualifier, economically viable.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to do this readout, but because it's on the Courier Mail Facebook or whatever, they show it and then they take it off. But it says, forget Tinder. This is Brisbane's ultimate bloke. Where all the guys are at. They're all this brewery at the bars. You know, and you just start reading all the comments and all the women are getting tagged in. Let's go. Like, you know, they want to find all these guys, but, you know, it's just a cerebral carousel, basically. But, I mean, getting to the other point, I mean, Victoria in New South Wales have copped an absolute flogging with rain for the last, 6 months. It's destroyed thousands of homes. So, actually, Brisbane hasn't done too badly out of the rain. We're meant to cop some, but not as bad as what you guys have done. But, yeah, it's destroyed a lot of homes. But people just don't have the money for $1 million house now.
But I think the big issue is that they have just continued to have immigration wave after immigration wave after immigration wave, and they haven't released enough land. We've got all this land, and they won't release it. And it means that housing is just unaffordable, and people just literally cannot find a rental in a country that's got more land per capita than anywhere else on the planet. But I think the thing that's going to kill the rental crisis is the fact that women are now homeless. Nobody cares if men are homeless, but people do care if women are homeless.
You're absolutely correct. Real Talk is here. Go ahead. Hey, Real.
Hey, how's it going, Hamster? Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Anytime. How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Good. Just doing a graveyard shift at work, so I'm always enjoying when someone's getting some thoughts, collecting ideas, and dropping some heat late night, because I got something to engage with, take my mind off of this work.
Sounds good. What do you think of these Australian cunts? I don't know. TNFS and well, the other guy just dropped out, so I don't know. TNFS, maybe you could text him and make him come back. I don't know.
Yeah, what's interesting, there's a guy who I've been trying to spread his knowledge and information. His name is Brendan Lee O'Connell. He's actually an Australian, and he served 3.5 years in prison for the biggest hate speech trial in history. And half of the Australian legislature came out in a rally against this guy. It would be like half of the United States Congress if they rallied against the guy who went to prison for hate speech. You know, they were just really trying to make sure no one got behind this man. His name never got out there. The Whitney Webb types know his name. The Alex Jones know his name. The Joe Rogan know his name. His name is Brendan Lee O'Connell. And he's pretty much exposing what's really going on behind closed doors, what's going on with, you know, Mr. Milo, Nick Fuentes, Kanye West, Tucker Carlson, you know, who's really influencing these men, who's really steering the show. And he kind of focuses on the big picture. So he's definitely an Australian with a lot of heart. So he says whenever he comes across another Australian, he says, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And they're supposed to return with an oi, 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 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much how it goes.
Have you guys heard of Brendan?
No. I haven't, no.
No.
Yeah, his YouTube channel, I think he's on his third channel now. A lot of his content he's had to edit because YouTube has struck it down, and he's had to pretty much chop out bits and pieces of the videos. But he's got a really good documentary that's on a few smaller channels because they really won't let him host it. It's called Rats in the Ranks. And pretty much goes through a lot of information. But yeah, you guys should check him out. I can't say anyone is more spot on. SCE was actually trying to get him on Terrence Pop show, and they were interested, but I don't know if they're going to jive well because he kind of comes from a different angle. Pop, you know, focuses on his angle, but very interesting information to say the least.
Okay, what's interesting about the information? If you could help us.
Okay,
what's interesting about it?
So the program known as ThinThread, that is the piece of software that the NSA developed prior to 9/11. And that is the piece of software that connects all of our data. And there's a gentleman named William Benny who starred in A Good American that Oliver Stone produced. And it goes through the team that created ThinThread, the mechanism that connects all of our data, all of our interactions. Every time you send an email, a text message, everything is strung together through our identities, through our IP addresses, and so on and so forth. William Benny, in 2014, got on C-SPAN, and he said that after they developed this program, they started using the Patriot Act and reversing the encryptions and starting to spy on us with this program. So he and his team, they basically resigned. They couldn't work at the NSA anymore because they knew how detrimental this tool was going to be to humanity. And the NSA tried to destroy their lives afterwards. But William Benny gets on C-SPAN and he says how a Israeli offshoot of ThinThread, known as Variant, was put on the market.
The Jews. Is that, the Jewish.
Not necessarily. I mean,
bye. That's enough of that. Hello, bullets.
You're not bashing Jews, are you?
No, I'm not bashing Jews at all. No. I think Real Talk might be a little bit anti-Semitic. I'm just saying. How are you, bullets? What's going on? Merry Christmas.
YOLO, everybody. Merry Christmas.
There we go.
Is my mic working?
So far, yes.
I'm having audio issues on my end. Hang on.
Okay. All right.
Proceed. There goes. Yeah, I got a bad cable. You know how cables, when they start to go out, they get wonky.
That's probably the Jews' fault.
You know. Yeah, probably. It's always the Jews. The OJs, the Jews.
Jesus Christ, Real Talk. What is your problem, dude? Come on now. Go ahead. Sorry, bullets.
Yeah, the Jews are the world's problems. The Jews. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. When you can't blame yourself, blame the Jews.
Right. You don't want to take responsibility for your own shit. Just blame Jewish people. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Exactly. That's what that's all about. I'm too lazy to get my own fucking community in order, but these guys over here sitting their shit together. Let's blame them for the world's fucking problem.
Exactly. Obviously,
Well, that's
the
exactly what it
Jewish
is. I've
folks.
known my fair
Get
share of
out of
racist
here.
bastards. So it's just
Who's
pure
making all
lazy.
that noise in the background here? We're trying to do a live stream.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Easy. You building your fucking house? What are you doing?
Now, my daughter made cookies. She came in from Virginia for Christmas holiday. It's her first leave, so she decided to come home for Christmas.
That's cool, dude.
Let me just answer a question here. Mile High Ronin. I went to get a beer. The Funk. Yeah, some fucking Nazi was here bitching about Jews. We don't need that. Not on this channel. So if you want to bitch about Jews, go somewhere else because that's not happening here. Anyway, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, the Nazis are 3 doors down.
Nazis are over there. So go. Yeah, the party is over there.
Yeah,
Go
2
on.
lefts and a right off that cliff over there.
No, I was just
Go ahead,
saying
Bullets.
she came. Sorry about that.
No, please go. Don't worry about me. Just talk.
No, like I was saying, my daughter, she just this is her first leave from the Navy, so she came home for Christmas. So she goes back on Kwanzaa. She leaves the 26th.
So where is she stationed? What ship is she on?
Norfolk. She's not on a ship. She's on a land-based search and
Norfolk,
rescue.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, good for her. Is she doing all right? Everything's good?
Yeah. Yeah, she likes it. She's electrical engineering. She's loving it. She keeps the helicopter electronic components running. So hey, she's enjoying it. She's making a good buck. She's happy.
And we have the Finnish people. Mira Sumi. He's in the building.
You got people all over the world tonight, Hamster.
We got we're fucking worldwide. We are bad. We are bad.
All we need now is to get the guy to. Yeah. All we need now is Hanoi MGTOW to get on here.
Who's going to come on?
I said we should. I should try to reach out to a guy named Hanoi MGTOW from my chess channel.
Hanoi MGTOW. Okay.
Hanoi MGTOW.
I'll do.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Feel free. Yeah. Send the link. We'll do something.
I'll send him the link.
All right. Mira Somi. Mira Somi, here is your link. Come on in, sir. Live from Finland, where it's fucking cold.
Yeah, Hanoi.
And it's always
Hanoi
cold.
MGTOW. On top of that, we need a Bangkok MGTOW. That would be awesome.
Bangkok MGTOW. Is there such a thing?
Oh yeah, man, we're all over the world, dude. We got MGTOW everywhere. Name your country. We got MGTOW there.
You got any friends to come on the channel?
No, man, I got no friends.
I understand.
I don't know. One just went to bed. The other one's on the other side of the fucking planet. You know, I have no idea where Mandy's at. So, like, I don't know. Anybody else want to come up? Oh, is it
Did you
just
say
me and
Mandy?
you?
Mandy. No, we're here. We got Zombro in the building and Fat Dog, and I'm a grumpy old man is coming in. Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, it's there he is.
I'm a grumpy old man is coming
I thought that avatar looked familiar, but I couldn't replace TNFS.
I'm alive.
No, just true narc dude.
Shut off the YouTube feed. Just listen in the thing. Go ahead, shut that off. You're fine.
Yeah, I could listen to myself.
That's better. How are
So
you?
am I making a difference?
I'm
alive.
Big difference. Yeah.
It's grumpy old dude.
It is grumpy
Yeah.
old man. Oh my goodness. I thought grumpy old man was from England, but you sound like an American. What's going on?
No. Marxist matriarchy of Queensland.
Oh, another Aussie. Jesus Christ.
Go the Aussies.
It's an invasion of the Australians. Yes.
East
How are you, sir?
East
Merry
Coast.
Christmas. Good to see
Merry
you.
Christmas. Happy Christmas and a prosperous new year to you all.
I didn't know you were in Australia. Holy shit! I thought you were in England.
No. Moreton Bay.
Oh, geez, we're nearly fucking neighbours on the Bayside.
Yep, that's me. I'm on Moreton Bay.
Okay.
Not far from the beach.
Redland City.
Yeah, no shit. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's southeast of town. I'm northeast of town.
I'm on the south side.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the same problems.
Crikey. So y'all do any like crocodile hunting over there or anything? Kind of like, because here in Texas, we do alligator hunting shit. Next door to Louisiana, we got the swamp dudes. I'm sure you've seen the show. Do they have anything like that?
Well,
like in Australia, where you do crocodile hunting, or like
where I live is not far from Australia Zoo.
No, they're protected.
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
The only people that can kill them is the Aboriginals.
Yeah,
they
they're
like
protected
protected or
species
something?
now. Yeah, protected.
Really?
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
That I was
Just
unaware of.
about,
Not around here, man.
just about everything
Not
is.
around
The
here,
only
man. We
thing
do a lot of alligator hunting around here.
The only thing people hunt out here is the feral animals. So feral cats, feral dogs, foxes, rabbits, pigs.
Dingoes.
Yeah.
Feminists.
Unfortunately, no. Would be nice if we could, but no. Yeah.
All right, good times. I am having.
Don't take my silence for anything. Just you guys have a chat with this guy from Australia, and Bullets. I guess Bullets. Are you in Australia or TNFS? Feel free to talk.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shut up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll keep running my mouth until you tell me to shut up.
There's nothing worse than a feral feminist.
So what
Nothing
part of
worse than
America are you
Australian
guys from?
feminists, that's what I'm saying. I'm
A
in
feral
Missouri,
white
sir.
knight.
Yeah.
I'm in Oklahoma, Tulsa.
I'm in
All
Dallas,
right.
Texas.
All right. Well,
Where are
Queensland
you
is
from?
what they call
Grumpy.
red.
Where are you out in Sydney or what? Brissy? What are you doing? Where are you at?
Northeastern side of Brisbane on the bay.
Yeah, you're on Brissy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Great. Sounds like fun, actually. Probably a good place to be, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather be here than a lot of other places. Moreton Bay Regional Council is the local government out here. Useless like most of them are. But at least the weather's good and there's a good local beach nearby. Yeah. That's what life's about around here anyway. The beach. The beach. But if I was going to go hunting, it'd be probably pigs, something like that. A lot of big, fat, wild pigs out in the bush.
Well, here
Yeah, we got hog out
You
here,
got
man.
you
All
actually
that
have
goddamn place.
feral pigs out there in Australia. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I said I wasn't going to talk, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
if you
that's
see
cool,
them
dude.
here, you can plunk them. That's by you
Same
too,
as in-
right, Hamster?
It's like in Texas where they've got heaps of wild pigs in Texas. It's the same here.
Yeah.
There's heaps of them out there, and they damage
got
some of
them
the
all.
farmland, get into
Yeah.
the crops.
They're
We got
horrible
them
on
all over the
farmland.
south here.
Mm.
Yeah, they
Is
live
it-
right next door, man.
There's a butcher here who,
Texas, they're all over the place.
yeah, there's a butcher here in Oklahoma who he quit working at the butcher shop, and what he does is he takes his AR and he goes out on the freeways and he'll plunk a couple of hogs. He'll set up his tripod and he'll butcher the things right there and post on the Facebook Marketplace that he's got stuff. He's making a killing. People buy the fresh ribs, the fresh meat.
Mine was making
no pun intended.
Sausage today.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, hamster.
Brought me like half a log of fucking venison sausage, dude. The real deal. None of that processed shit you get at the store.
No, I mean the Aussies. We have TNFS and Grumpy Old Man here. You guys actually, can you eat the kangaroos? I mean, they're plentiful, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like deer in the United States. They're everywhere. They're little rats, but they're bigger.
Hamster, you've had venison, right?
Of course
I've had deer.
It's delicious.
Oh yeah, good. Get some good mule deer up by in Missouri, from what I understand. A friend of mine goes hunting up there.
We have
venison,
like in
not
Colorado,
deer.
there's all kinds of deer and fucking moose and all kinds of shit.
Oh
What
yeah.
about Australia there, Grumpy? What do you guys do?
What, meat wise?
Yeah, what are you hunting out there?
Yeah, what do you hunt?
Yeah. Well, it's okay to hunt kangaroo, even though it's and wallabies, even though some particular species would be protected. The rock wallabies up in the mountains are protected, but on the west of the Great Divide, there's a heap of red kangaroos and grey kangaroos, and they're in plague proportions, so you can shoot them. They sell that at the supermarket. You can buy that at the supermarket. They got plenty of room meat there. I can have that for dinner anytime I like.
So they're selling kangaroo steaks at the supermarket in Australia.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Wow, didn't know that. Wow.
Yes, indeed. You got to be careful cooking it. A lot like turkey, because it's lower in fat than beef. It can get a bit dry. But if you're cooking it properly, it's really good. Good for you too.
You can have the same
Yeah,
thing
dude,
with
it's pure protein, man.
You have the same cooking problem
Pure
with domestic
protein and
pork
all
in the
natural
US.
fats and shit, dude. It's best stuff for you. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Yeah.
What about ostrich? You guys like that?
Oh, we got
Ostrich.
emus.
Can't say I've tried
Um,
ostrich. Make me an omelet.
You don't see
birds.
emu
Yeah.
meat much,
No.
but you do get it from time to time because
Yeah.
people
Emu,
farm
that's a-
emus.
Here in the
That's
DFW
a
area,
big
you have to go to a
freaking bird,
specialty
man.
butcher
You
to
know,
find that stuff.
I killed a
Anything
few of
other
those in
beef and
Far
pork.
Cry.
Okay, well, guys, one at a time. So, grumpy old man, because he's an old man. We don't want to, one at a time. Go ahead.
Let the younger guys have a go.
Exactly. We're just old fucks. They're grumpy.
I'm middle-aged.
Unless they want us to want to listen to us talking about the good old times back in the day.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Mad
there was an
Max
emu
and all
war.
that stuff. Yeah.
That American
Emu-
TV show, The Dukes of Hazzard County.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could never, ever understand that show. It just made no sense to me. Because where I grew up, Boss Hogg was running the moonshine. And the moonshine rum was delivered to the pub by plainclothes detectives in unmarked police cars. And he was also in charge of sport, which means racing. So if there was a rigged race anywhere in the country, galloping horses, trotting horses, greyhounds, he knew about it and he knew what to bet on. Anything he was betting on would be a rigged race. And he was also in charge of local government and main roads, so he got a lot of kickbacks off the property developers. Very colourful character. I'll try and find something on him for you. Let me see. Big Russ Hens.
Tell us a story, sir. Entertain us with an Aussie thing, like Crocodile Dundee or something. It'd be great.
Well, this is a politician, an Aussie politician, and he entered a beer belly competition at the pub.
Okay.
Belly.
Was he a cunt?
25
Yeah,
years
I was
ago.
walking into the yard one.
Of course he
today.
was a cunt. He's a
Earlier today, I was
politician.
walking to the yard and I stepped in this big, squishy, stinky pile of Elspeth. It was nasty. I had to take a wire brush to get it off my boot.
There we go.
That's good luck. You should play the lottery now.
As a matter of
Or you
fact, I
should
did.
scrub
Hold on
your
a minute, let me check
shoes.
my number.
That's
I
it.
I play lotto. You can't win if you don't play, right?
All right.
Your odds
Here's the old
vastly
man.
improve.
Let's talk about Aussie shit. All right, go ahead.
I'm just trying to find a photo of this fella for you. If possible.
All right.
Hang on.
What you need is a Trump hat there, sir. That would be better.
Well, this is the Queensland equivalent of a Trump hat.
Queensland,
Yes.
huh?
Yep. Oh, now where's he gone?
See, the thing, guys, is you got to talk. That's what people like, to hear us talk.
Hang on.
So please do. Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to be a millionaire.
There we go.
I'm going to be a zillionaire. It's going to be great.
Yeah, life was different then. You could have fun. You could get really good hooch at the local police station. No, you're not going to come up.
Y'all hear about that new movie coming out, Cocaine Bear? Did you see the previews for that?
Yes, I did.
That's based on a true story.
Awesome.
That's a true story.
I'm
Yes.
hoping they run with that and make movies like Cocaine Shark. You know, like the B movies, like Sharknado. Like they'll make movies like Cocaine Shark or like Cocaine Crocodile. Be badass.
That is a true story,
I'm
though.
so gonna go see that at the theater. Yeah.
Hampstead, that was up where
I
we
saw
used to
Mr.
live.
Ballin's I saw Mr. Ballin's little documentary on it. Yeah, really happened.
Yeah, that was fucking funny. I got a strike for that, by the way. I did the Cocaine Bear. Oh, whatever. It's fun. Go
Really?
on
For running the
Grumpy Old Man.
preview?
Yeah. I was kind of surprised too.
Copyright for running the preview. They don't want anybody to see it.
That's weird
sir.
because the movie these preview channels run that all the time and they don't get strikes.
Yes, I know.
For commentary and shit, I don't know. Maybe so, I don't know. Yeah, YouTube's so broken.
Yeah, YouTube changed their copyright stuff in the last 6 months. So you can now play copyrighted music if you make certain to attribute who it is you're playing.
I have no idea what's going on there, sir. It's all fucked up. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Grumpy Old Man's going to tell us a story, so go ahead. But I'm going to be quiet now, so you guys take care of it. All right, we're good.
There's a link to the guy there. I just put it in the message board thing that's here on the right-hand side. It's only the Wikipedia page, but it's got a photo of him. Yeah, he was the known as the Minister for Everything because he had local government, sport and racing, main roads, and police as well. So all of the best government departments you could be in charge of that had plenty of kickbacks, he was in charge of all of that. Oh, I know what I could tell you about Uncle Russ. There was a great story about his divorce. He went out and he bought a brand new Mercedes-Benz, one of the sporty two-door ones, top of the line. And the people at the dealership made a mistake and they delivered it to wife number one instead of the new one. And she signed the paperwork and kept the car. He had to buy another one for the new wife. Oh. Yeah, a mate of mine, his dad had the franchise for the illegal grog. He used to brew up moonshine rum, and if you went into a pub anywhere on the southern side of Brisbane, from the Kangaroo Point Hotel south as far as Beenleigh, all the way out to Cleveland and back the other way towards Ipswich, and you asked for a rum and coke, you got this moonshine rum. And if you were a connoisseur and you asked for the Bundaberg rum, you still got the hooch because they were refilling old rum bottles. Yeah. And that went on for years and years and years and years. Yeah. Moonshine rum. That's what they brew up here, mostly in Australia. Going all the way back to the colonial days, anyone who was doing moonshine, it wasn't whiskey, it was rum. Indeed.
Really, rum, huh?
Oh, yeah, rough as guts rum.
Oof.
Strong.
The devil's drink.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's only certain rums I can drink, man.
I just guess it's illegal to refill the bottle with something else. I mean, here in the States it is.
Yep. But, this was police approved. The same guy, he was in his side of politics, there was a lot of farmers and there were a lot of people with dairy farms. And one thing you get in the dairy shed every day is a whole lot of cow manure. So they used to grow really, really good organic hooch. Back in the 1970s, if you wanted some good quality hooch, the best anywhere was in Queensland. It was grown by real farmers on the dairy farm and fertilised by cow manure. So organic, top class stuff. Yeah. Different world in those days. Very, very different world to today. You could have fun. You could tell jokes. No political correctness. No feminism. That started in my generation. My very first year of high school was the year when Germaine Greer's book, The Female Eunuch, was published.
What year did that come out?
1970.
Okay. Because my first year in high school was 75, so.
Yeah, well, the American Sheila, she published her
American
book.
Sheila. Yeah.
Go
on.
Gloria Steinem.
That's no, the other one, older than that. Oh God,
Betty Friedan, maybe.
Betty Friedan, that's the one.
Okay.
Now her book came out in 65, 63, something like that. And then it was 1970 when The Female Eunuch came out in Australia. And that was pretty much when it all started. So all the women's magazines were full of it and all the girls at high school were talking about it.
Yeah, just about the time I started looking for women, the feminism started polluting everything.
No, victims, after all. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Different life altogether. Different life altogether. Well, where I live, Brisbane, it was about 100,000 people when I was a child. It's now 2.5, heading towards 3 million. And it's growing really quickly too. There's a lot of people moving up from down south. Hell of a lot of people moving up from Sydney, Canberra and Melbourne. Even Hobart and Tasmania.
Now, Sydney and Melbourne are the top two expensive places in Australia, right? So are a lot of people moving out to more affordable areas that you find?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of like the people fleeing. Kind of like the people fleeing, like California and New York.
Well, that's it exactly. So Sydney is San Francisco, and Melbourne would be Los Angeles.
Gotcha.
The question I have about Australia is why are there no cities in the interior? Is it everything seems to be on the coastline?
There is. There is. It's not enormous. It's called Alice Springs.
Okay,
it's about as close to the middle of the country as you can get.
What's
and have a guess what Alice Springs is famous for?
A movie?
Having water? They got a spring?
Yeah, oh yeah, they got some spring water.
It's mostly a desert out there, isn't it?
Yep. It's out in the middle of the
Crocodile
desert.
Dundee would be my guess. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he wouldn't be too popular there now. It has the highest number of lesbians per capita than any other place in Australia.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not going to near that place.
If you want to go out to a pub on a Friday night and get beaten up by a butch lesbian, go to Alice Springs.
No, thanks.
You know, that sounds like a makings of like, a horror movie, like, I don't know, we can call it Cocaine Feminist or something. No, Cocaine Bull Dyke. Cocaine.
Not too concerned
Wandering
about
through the
Bull
wilds
Dyke.
of Australian shit. And all of it, and out of falls from the air, big fucking suitcase hits the ground in a big puff of fucking cocaine powder, and she inhales it and goes wild and kills people across the countryside. Telling you, dude, it'd be a good movie, man. People would watch that shit.
I'm not really concerned about I'm not really concerned about a dyke. I'd be more concerned
coffee.
about
I'll be
a
right
trans lesbian.
Oh, they're mean. They're mean. That's where most of the problems come from.
Yeah, that's true because the majority, it's almost impossible for a lesbian couple to not wind up in domestic violence situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to live next door to a couple. A few years back, earlier this century, I was living in a unit block, and there was 2 units out the back. These 2 lesos lived in, and oh God, lots of banging doors and thump, thump, thump as one of them would walk out and go back to her own place. And they'd flirt with me whenever the other one wasn't around. That was scary.
Well, here in the States, they're beating the daylights out of each other. Lesbians have some of the highest rates of domestic violence. More so than heterosexuals. More so than gay men.
Yeah, it's the same. Same here. All over the Western world.
New York, California, all the West Coast. They are the top. They're the winners.
Yeah.
When I was
you can Rose Bay live camera. Cool.
When I was a manager for a large corporation, there was a lesbian in my group, and in the 5 years I managed that group, she went through 4 different girlfriends.
Yeah. There's a Sheila not far from where I live.
And it always ended in a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Yeah.
I mean, cops were called and one of them was arrested and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I can remember going, can't make it into the office today. So it's like, I'm in jail.
Wow. Yeah, there's one near where I live, and she can't even live with a girlfriend. They sort of visit. They got places of their own and just visit each other once a week.
That's insane.
Fun. 4-bedroom fun.
Yeah, the strange part is that said lesbian lives about a block and a half from me here in town. And I haven't worked for that company in 9 years.
Yeah, Queensland is famous. Out of all the states and territories, ours has always been the most corrupt. The worst, most corrupt politicians and public servants.
I don't know about that. Dan Andrews has taken the cake for that.
Yeah, I'd go. I'd agree with that up to a point, but in Victoria they still have a state upper house, and we got rid of the Queensland upper house about 100 years ago. That's why ever since then the corruption's just gotten worse and worse and worse. They hide it better up here though. They get away with it more.
Especially Palaszczuk and her boyfriend that sits on the advisory board.
Oh, yeah. Well, in my local area, probably within about 2 blocks of where I live, there would be about half a dozen buildings that were built by dodgy builders, riddled with concrete cancer, really serious faults in them, but the council let them get away with it and the state government let them get away with it. Bugger all's been done about it. One building is so bad, you can literally see where bits and pieces of the concrete have separated from the wall and fallen off. So how people can get away with it, I don't know.
Sounds normal for some of the contractors here in Texas.
Yeah.
Like the one that built my house.
Yeah. If you type it into Google, just look for Opal Towers. That one's in Sydney. And that building's been completely evacuated. Got huge cracks in it because the concrete is too soft.
There was one of those over in Dallas that Mobil Oil, it was their world headquarters, and they moved out of it because their safety people considered the building unsafe.
Yeah.
They sold the building. The new owners converted it to a retirement building. So they've got retirees in it, and it's been that way for 25 years. Hadn't fallen down yet, but give it time.
You know, that Opal Towers was literally falling down. They had to prop it up with metal props.
Right. In this case, Mobil bought a building across the street or across the highway from them and moved into it. They needed the new building because they needed to expand. So.
Mm.
It was before they merged with Exxon. The only reason I know all of that inside stuff was my brother was an executive at Mobil and retired from Exxon Mobil after the merger.
Uh-huh.
He walks in and says, "Oh, with this merger, I'd like to retire early. Just give me the retirement package, and I can be the first member in the reduction in force that's going to happen." And they came back in about a week later and said, "Sure, go ahead." So he basically took the easy way out. And instead of getting laid off, he volunteered to leave and take the pension.
Yeah, that happens a lot here in the public service. Every time a government changes, the new government wants to get rid of a whole lot of public servants and replace them with their own lackeys. So they offer packages like that and get rid of heaps of them.
Yeah, the big benefit in that package was the medical insurance, because we don't have public medicine. In this case, he's got 100% coverage. Medical insurance pays for everything. You know, anything they do, they just send the bill to Exxon and they pay it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a mixture of the two here. You can have private medical insurance if you want to.
Right. Well, if you have a multi-billion-dollar company that self-insures paying your medical expenses, it's pretty nice.
Yep. And the best system for that here was with the public servants.
Yeah, I've got
federal government public servants had a really good private medical insurance.
I've got a buddy that was a fireman. He spent 20 years working for a fire department and then retired. And of course, he gets the full pension out of that. And of course, he went on to his second job. That's worse. His second job, third job. His first job, he retired after 20 years in the military, then did 20 years in the fire department, and now he's on his third job. So he's got federal government, city government pension, and now he's, doing whatever he wants to do these days.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. A lot to be said for that.
Moki Alex is here tonight, so you guys welcome, Moki. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
I can't really hear you, Moki. But
hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me now?
Okay, I'll turn you down a little bit. Go ahead, get up. All right. It's your captain speaking. Oh God! Oh, not that. That's the mock loop, proving that Americans are greater than Australians. Discuss.
The mock loop in the UK.
The mock loop in Australia, where there's kangaroos and shit in the air. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff.
I thought that was in the UK. Is it Australia?
Hey, Moki, I'm gonna have to remove you because we're not hearing you. But come back another time, okay?
Yeah,
all right. Take care. Yeah. Go ahead, Grumpy. Talk. Give us the Australian accent. Let's hear it.
Hang on. I'll give you an updated politician there. This one is one of the current model female ones. I'll just put a link there to her Wikipedia page. She was treasurer and deputy premier, like deputy governor.
Oh, Jackie Trad.
Yeah, Jackie Trad.
Oh, she was a fucking
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I had a blackout before.
Okay, take it easy. Look after yourself.
No, it's all good. We're back on.
Yeah, Jackie got caught with this. She bought some land that was going to be sold to the Queensland Railways to set up a new train station over at South Brisbane. Made a lot of money on that. Very naughty girl, Jackie. I met her in person once. Scary as hell.
Mr. Captain speaking.
I'm sure she blamed her sacking on the patriarchy, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What about Catherine Deves? She was parachuted into the safest seat they could find for her. Then she received less votes than anyone's ever received in the history of the seat. And she said the reason was because the Liberal Party didn't give women a voice, and that women were the forgotten people of the election.
Oh, women are oppressed.
That's actually
Women are
what she
just,
said. That was her
victims.
excuse for her polling a record low number of votes. It was the party's fault for not giving women a voice.
Oh, God.
Roger that, Eva. Men are evil.
And mind you,
right,
guys, she was a member for a party that set up a prime minister for women. No other country on the planet has a prime minister for women. But yeah. Her bad performance was because of the party, not because of her.
Oh, you expect a woman to accept any blame or responsibility?
Yeah.
We have a politician like that here in the States.
Well, 2Y is complete with LFA 7 in the climb. Request SAPCO RGB late.
The 15, yeah.
31
Beautiful bird.
Squawk 6445. Request type of service and level for function.
Look at that.
445, happy traffic. And
I can't find my damn
level
videos here.
2.87, animal 21 pushing. Thanks for that.
No, roger that. That's I found it.
Next.
You guys get to play too?
I've seen this suckers up close, man. They're huge.
You guys get to play in the Mako too?
Let's see, we are here. Oh, it's a 75-year-old helicopter, and we're doing that.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's
kidding,
with the
guys.
tank.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
That's all we can afford.
The workhorse of the Army.
LFA 7, fighter 2, F-15. The Mach loop from the south in approximately 2 minutes, 500 feet, 500 knots.
This is Captain speaking. We got some Australian guys in the chat, so we're gonna
My miracle child.
pretend we have
How
an Air
does your
Force.
miracle child get cancer? How does that
I'm
happen?
just kidding.
Take
you
your
guys.
silver,
Come
you
on.
won't get cancer.
You know that.
Mass. Basically, his brain
Oh, for God's sake, come on now.
rushed over children's.
Give us the aircraft.
Some big balls there. Big balls. Roger. Big balls there. Australians don't have any of these big balls, just the Americans.
Flight 2, exiting the Mach loop at this time.
Mm-hmm. That's a trainer, isn't it?
This is your captain speaking. We're gonna land here and drop some Australian. Roger that. Kangaroos as well. Kangaroos and koala bears. Got those. Roger that. Drop off the kangaroos and the koala bears.
See, this is the point where we get stupid. Go on, guys, talk. Unless you want, you enjoy this.
Roger that. We enjoy the light stuff.
LFA 7 traffic, 7-1 flight 2 Victor 22s heading southbound.
Australian Air Force.
Mach loop 411 pass.
Got one airplane here in Australia.
Possibly making a 300 knot line through there.
Put it on the bobby, Roger, we'll put it not a problem. Maybe I should drink some more liquor. What do you guys think? Roger, no. I think we got enough here.
Go ahead, guys.
Please keep talking. I'm just being stupid. Go on.
Oh no.
No, those F-15s, we never had them in Australia. We had the F-111, and we now got the F-18 Hornets.
Roger that. We had the Aardvark down in Australia.
Are you guys on the list to get the F-35?
We can do the F-35 as well.
F-35's on order.
You don't have enough money down in Australia to pay for that. But,
And
you gotta give your own cash to Brittany Higgins and Grace Tame, because
we're still waiting on the nuclear subs too that we're going to buy.
And don't forget the A-League guys. We have to
Yeah,
give.
I heard about that deal.
$10
France
million
got
to
screwed
them.
on that nuclear sub deal too, and Australia got put on the back burner as well. Something I
just
heard something
wondering
about
if
that on
you can pay
military
for
news
some
media on that.
unobtainium. Roger that, unobtainium. The United States is gonna fuck you
France is
over.
pissed.
That's the way we do it.
It's about right too.
It's gonna be like 10 years before they get theirs.
Roger that. It'll be about 10 years or 100 years, whatever. It's the same thing. It's 10 something.
Well, eventually the guys over in Fort Worth will put together an F-35 or two for Australia.
Probably over in Fort Worth. We're gonna do that. Hey, Fat Dog, did you see that little video where the F-35 kind of fucked up there?
Yeah, that was right there, just about 300 yards from the factory.
Roger that. It was 300 yards from the factory.
Yeah, he totaled it. It's gone.
What do you think happened? Was it the fan of the front got kind of fucked up? Just wondering.
They haven't said yet, but probably mechanical failure.
Mechanical failure, Australia, guys. That's what we do. We're good at it here.
Just don't buy the B version.
Don't buy the B version. Correct.
Hey, we've already got some F-35s.
Buy the
72
A's
of them, 3 squadrons.
Buy the A's and C's. Don't buy that vertical takeoff version.
Roger that. Don't buy that one. Just buy an F-22. It's a better aircraft.
Yeah, those are no longer available.
Oh, you mean like Osprey?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, the Osprey's the
Yeah, they don't want to sell them to anybody.
E-22? Is that what the Osprey is?
I'm grumpy
you
old
win
man.
the-
We'll
with the
sell
wings
anything
that-
to anybody because we're fucking whores here in the United States. We don't care. Roger
Yeah,
that.
their wings turn so the propellers act like a helicopter blade to lift, and it can take off, in midair.
Yeah, I don't know which version we got. Hang on.
Of the Osprey, there's only one version right now. The new version hasn't been approved for flight yet. And they
those
look
things are
completely different. The
expensive.
new one looks like a modern aircraft.
Roger that. The Australians got the stripped down version.
It took so long to get the Osprey airworthy. Lots of bugs to work out.
The bugs, we left them in there.
Yeah, it's got bugs, man. But what do you expect from first-gen aircraft like that?
Roger. Yeah, we're gonna give you the shit, and then we're gonna get the third generation here in America.
Bell Textron, we hear about Bell Textron crashing stuff here in the DFW here all the time because they're always flying some prototype that doesn't make it through the test. Sad part is when the pilot or pilots on board don't make it either.
Get your ass up here, Shinobi.
Shinobi,
I can't come up. He goes enter excuse.
we're coming in here now with Shinobi Wan Kenobi. I can't because Roger that. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a big pussy. Roger that. He's got a big old pussy.
Hard copy.
Understood.
Are you wearing a mask when talking?
I'm not wearing a mask. I've got some sheep out in the backyard, just like.
That's the bourbon talking.
That'd be the tequila talking at this point. Thank you. Roger that, tequila. And a lot of it, actually. I'm kind of ashamed of myself, but whatever. Okay, grumpy old man. We're going to do some more stuff. Talk. Do it. We got to have a live stream with us. You're fun. You're a good guy. I like it. So.
Have you ever tried overproof rum?
I've not tried that.
Overproof rum?
No, that's too much for me. I can't do that kind of thing.
Well, I like rum.
Get that high test booze. I can't live with it. Because I like to drink, and I drink too much of it, and then I get stupid. So there's that. Roger that. Getting stupid on the drinks. Understood.
I like rum, but there's one of them that's just way too high in alcohol. 151.
Roger.
We got
151. It's a little
wet
bit too
sheep
much.
at 30,000 feet up here.
We got a bunch of guys drinking a 151 at 30,000 feet. There might be a little bit of a problem. After that, we're going to land in Australia where they don't give a fuck. Roger that. Australians don't give a fuck.
Pour one out for Crocodile Dundee.
Roger that. Put that on the Barbie. Yeah, we got some crocodiles here and some frogs there that imported. We're gonna cook them and have some lunch. Roger, the lunch is coming. Roger, lunch is coming with the rabbits and fucking whatever the hell's gonna kill you in Australia. If we can't eat them, they're gonna eat us. Roger.
There's lots of stuff that can kill you in Australia.
Roger, everything will kill you in Australia, no matter what.
Brown snakes.
Grumpy doesn't want to admit that, or feminism debunked. Everything is going to kill you. You got
Pretty
spiders,
much.
and shit. Spiders and snakes, and everybody knows what it takes. So,
Oh, we got the worst snakes just around here. Eastern brown. That's the one you don't want.
why is that, sir? What's the problem with this spider? Don't you love humanity and other stuff?
Well, the eastern brown snake is only number 4 for poison. There's 3 other snakes with worse poison than the eastern brown. But the eastern brown is the meanest, nastiest, angriest, most aggressive snake on the planet. You don't have to try and stir it up or annoy it. It'll just come after you. And it doesn't bite. It doesn't bite you once.
Yeah, snake is a female.
It bites you multiple times.
Right.
Yeah, 3 or 4, 5 or 6 times.
As much as they
buggers
can
out.
suck out of your body. That's great. Roger that. The eastern brown snake is all female. Got it.
What do they
And-
taste like?
All female, bites you 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Or even more than that, just to get your old, Roger. Yeah, females.
The Texas solution to a problematic snake is called a 12-gauge shotgun.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but the Australian guys need to chat because we're generating content at this point. So go ahead. Roger that. The Australian guys will be doing some content. Go ahead.
Now, I had an uncle with a particularly bad marriage, and he fell into the demon drink, and he lived way out bush. The farm he was on, you only got the mail once a week, and the mailman would bring a delivery to him. That's a whole carton, 1 dozen bottles of Bundaberg overproof rum, plus a carton of 2 dozen stubbies of 4X beer to chase it. So that's 1 bottle plus about 2/3 of a second bottle every day he was getting through. He didn't last all that long. 56 he was, cirrhosis of the liver, and just about everything else was buggered. Well and truly pickled after all of that grog.
Chubby's a 4X.
Did you guys hear about the Australian YouTuber that had his house firebombed?
No.
Yeah, a guy by the name of Friendly Geordie.
Him.
I've actually made a video. I'm setting odds on who was the culprit.
Excuse me, if I might. Grumpy old man, was that your dad? Drinking all that?
No, that was an uncle. Uncle out west. 56.
56. Okay.
Do you know where Mount Isa is?
I do not,
Way up.
because I'm an American and I'm stupid. Tell us where it is.
Well, this is way, way up north near the Gulf of Carpentaria.
Is that still in Australia?
Yep. But
your uncle was a drinker.
Yeah, to put it mildly. So I'll put a link to that.
I see it.
This is far west.
Was he the
Queensland?
Was he the man that raised you?
Nah, my dad was the opposite way around. He was very moderate with his drinking. He and my mother would enjoy one, maybe two drinks in an evening on the back patio before dinner. But not uncle. Nah. He really was the drunk uncle. Classic.
Like the Thanksgiving uncle shows up drunk kind of thing.
That's the one. 24/7 he was drunk. Yeah, he hit it hard. His wife had been a model back in the day. Drop dead gorgeous young Sheila back in the day. And they went on a cruise ship for their honeymoon, and she gained 11 pounds weight just on the honeymoon.
What the hell did they do on the honeymoon to gain 11 pounds?
She got pregnant there, sir.
No, they never had any children. They had to adopt some.
Damn.
Had a problem there.
What do they call? What's Terrence call that? A pin puller, martyr bride?
Yeah.
Where they just blow up.
Definitely pulled the pin on that fat grenade.
No, grumpy old man. You weren't raised by this man. You were raised by your father.
No wonder he started drinking. He started drinking, wondering what the fuck happened.
Well, he got married.
Yeah, there's
that. That was his first mistake.
That's what did it, getting married, did it? Only took about 20 years. He was fairly late getting married. He was in his 30s, mid-30s when he got married, and then mid-50s when he died.
Oh, I know what caused all that weight gain. Wedding cake.
Yeah, that'll do it. You know, you have cute little names like Honey Bunch or something like that. You might call your wife a term of endearment like that. His term of endearment for her was Commonwealth Bank, because every day more of his money went down a gob and she grew with compound interest every year.
Jeez, wonder what the grocery bill was to support this.
Mommy, excuse me, Grumpy. Did he love the girl, the woman?
Well, he must have at one stage, but he was rich, so she was clearly looking for the money.
Maybe he was
that'll do it.
trying to find love, though. You know, I mean, there's that. I know it's a fantasy, but please go on and tell us your story. I mean, I like her. You know, I like women. They're fun, but they can be dangerous. What's your grandpa have to say about that?
Julia Creek. That's a town near where he lived. If you look for that on Google Maps, you can see how far north that is. Summer out there, I worked out there myself when I first left school. It'd be over 50 degrees on a hot summer's day out in the open.
Ouch. I'll pass.
Yeah. That was a ranch, by the way, with sheep and cattle. So sheep that you were shearing for the wool and beef cattle.
It's almost hot enough to barbecue the cattle on the hoof.
Yeah, well, we used to butcher our own up there. All part of the deal. 100,000 acres. And that's almost small up in that country. You go out of... Can you hear me? No, okay.
Yeah, we hear you, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, look up Julia Creek in Google Maps. And what's another place I could tell you about? And when he wanted a holiday, he'd go to that place called Karumba, which is right on the Gulf. And that's known for having probably one of the roughest pubs in the country for a long time. It'd be one of the roughest pubs in the country now, and it still would be. And last century would have been one of the roughest pubs in the country. Kind of place where they serve chilled methylated spirits out the back to the real problem alcoholics. Bush champagne. You put Epsom salts in methylated spirits, and that's Bush champagne. Have you ever heard of that? How's our time going? So are you city boy hamster or out in rural areas?
Grumpy, I'm like in tears here. That's a great story.
Well, that's just one. That's just one. There's plenty of sad tales like that out there. I don't think I ever met an alcoholic who wasn't broken by a woman. I think all the blokes I've met, whoever had a problem with alcohol or drugs, it was usually a bad marriage, driven to drink or drugs by a woman. Almost all of them that I've met. You know, I never took to it myself. I drink, but very moderately. I've seen too much of the damage around me and other people to hit the bottle hard myself. Light beer every now and then, that's me. What else could I tell you about Brisbane? Brisbane was famous when I was a kid because prostitution was still illegal and gambling was still illegal. We didn't have any casinos and we didn't have poker machines. That stuff was legal in New South Wales. So a lot of people would go on bus trips, travel to New South Wales so they could gamble. But 1980s, that's when it came in, late 1980s. 1989, they bought. No, it might have been 1990 when they bought gambling. And we had one casino down the Gold Coast. That goes back a bit further in the past. But that politician, Russ Hinds, he was famous for saying there's no such thing as, there was no brothels and no illegal casinos anywhere in Brisbane, which was an absolute joke. There was a hotel in the city, and even though we had restricted trading hours, you could get grog there 24/7. It never closed. And the second floor was a casino, and the third floor was a brothel. And that was owned by the police commissioner. The National Hotel, owned by the police commissioner. And his wife was the madam who ran the brothel. And she had a chain of brothels all over the state of Queensland. Most regional towns and tourist towns would have had one. And they were all over Brisbane, mostly run by her. And contributing to his pocket. Different now. Very different now. Right, you get that? So is anybody else going to contribute to the show? Or anybody wants to ask me a question? Have the other Aussies gone?
No, they're still here. We're just listening to you, man. Telling stories.
I'd like to hear some of your stories, man.
My stories are not as good as yours.
Did you work in radio?
I did, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Means fuck all, though. Your stories, your grandfather.
Oh, I never got around to him. That was just my uncle with the grog out west.
What about your grandfather? Tell us about him.
I don't know all that much about them because both of them died fairly young. So I never ever met them. In the case of my mother's father, he died before my parents got married. So somebody else had to take her down the aisle. And my father's father died shortly after that wedding of my parents and before I was born. So I never ever met them. Father's father was a World War I veteran. Lived his life in India. So he was one of these evil colonials who was repressing the poor Indian people. Yeah. And he had a farm where they grew tea and trading ships, where you'd have a ship would be leaving India with stuff like jute and tea in it and coming back with stuff like Gilbey's gin and Ovaltine that the expats wanted to have. So that's my father's father. And my father was born in Burma or Myanmar because that's where my grandfather was at the time. So the regiment he was with fought in Palestine with Lawrence of Arabia, and all of that on that front, rather than in France. And they were Buddhist Burmans, so they were quite keen on getting an opportunity to kill Muslims. I hate them. More interesting times. And when India got their independence, they were stripped of their assets before they left. But they had enough cash outside the country to buy a house in Australia. And my father was in England still after World War II. And came out here in 1950 and married a local girl. Yeah, Queensland was a very different place back then. Very decentralised. So most of the population didn't live in the state capital of Brisbane. Most of the population lived in rural and regional towns and villages all over the state, like Julia Creek, Toowoomba, Cairns. When World War II was on, there would have been at most 100,000 people in Brisbane. And then 1 million American soldiers turned up with MacArthur. So a lot of money in moonshine, grog, and prostitution. Then every working girl in Australia hitched a ride to Brisbane so she could earn money off the American soldiers. That'd be what? That period, World War II, was probably had a similar effect on Brisbane to what the Prohibition era had across all of Australia, just because there were so many soldiers in Brisbane for the build-up to the Pacific War, and so many there constantly coming in and training to get before they head out, and then coming back for leave. So it was non-stop grog and gambling and prostitution back then. I would have changed things a hell of a lot. So where did you grow up, hamster? Yeah. Hello.